Welcome to Your Waifu Is Trash, the anime debate podcast. My name is Cody. I'm your host. With me are my co-hosts,
Tyrese,
Blake,
Darius,
and today we will be discussing greatest fight in all of anime. We got a serious topic today, guys. Let's get right into business. Try to save as much time as we can. In the first round, we have Yusuke versus Toguro from the Dark Tournament. And on the other end, we have Gohan versus Cell from the Cell games.
Giving us a banger to start off, aren't you?
I'm gonna go right now and say it. Don't even care. Gohan versus Cell.
Yeah.
Nothing you can change my mind with. I don't care. You can give me the best, coolest explanation. That is my most favorite top, three.
That's the first time you saw Super Saiyan 2.
Three.
Oh,
Top
God,
three
man.
favorite anime fights. Gohan against Cell. This man obliterated the Cell Jr. with one kick.
He did.
And scared the other juniors, and still they try to come in and mollywop him. And they got mollywopped without even trying. He didn't break a sweat, and Cell was just all like, "Oh, okay, you think you're cool." But then he gets gut punched, and then that's when Cell's kind of freaking out, like, "Holy shit, how can you be so strong?" Cell versus Gohan again.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna give a little bit of props to Yusuke versus Toguro. That fight was great. It started one of the best anime tropes of all time, the
Word.
100% trope.
100%, bro.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
that?
Have you not seen this fight?
I don't think so.
Oh my lord, watch Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yu Yu Hakusho's really
It's
good.
worth your time, and it's one of the best.
I've seen Yu Yu
It's a
Hakusho.
classic.
Okay, we'll
I just go blank on the names sometimes.
Yusuke versus Toguro in the Dark Tournament. He's that big muscular dude who's like, this is 47.6%
The
of
very
my
sharp
power.
edge sunglasses.
And
Very
he
sharp
and he
edge
grows up
sunglasses.
and is like, this you thought this was my full power, but this is only 80% of my full power.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's talking
And
about.
that is just one of the greatest tropes in anime, in my
Yeah, it
opinion.
is. I'm not-
Also, it's such a good fight. Gohan versus Cell's better though.
Again, though, you gotta give props to Yusuke versus Toguro.
Yes,
they both
you do.
had their losses.
They
because
did.
you had Goku in one hand and Kubar in the other.
Mhm.
And it pushed both of the main characters of that arc into beyond their limits. However,
Well, I mean, Goku's not the loss that pushed Gohan over the edge. That was
Well,
Android 16.
that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
When he
Like,
crushed his head.
And the squad
and
getting flooded.
Gohan going over the edge is what wins it for me, because the first time you ever got to see Super Saiyan 2, the first time you ever got an inkling that there was
Just
a
that
road beyond
that
Super
quiet
Saiyan.
rage.
That was so
'cause,
strong.
like,
Just that it emanates power.
You don't bully that kid that's quiet in
Yeah,
your room.
but like the crazy thing is, like,
That shit up
in,
in school.
in
Yeah.
the build-up part was honestly perfect in my opinion, because all throughout Dragon Ball Z you saw that build-up of Gohan, that rage and that power.
I just
And
rewatched
then-
this fight like a month ago.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
and
lie.
then just to see him finally, because we all know when during Frieza we was praying for this boy to unleash it, but then to finally see it, bro, and he went to 2 with it. Oh, it was glorious.
Okay, so I vote for Gohan versus Cell.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Vote
I
Gohan
too.
versus Cell.
It's a sweep in the first
Pretty
round.
easy.
We're moving on.
I'm
We
sorry.
have Ichigo versus Ulquiorra
Oh.
and Saitama versus Lord Boros from One Punch Man.
Oh, that's tough.
Okay, I can speak on both of them.
There are no
Same.
bad fights in this.
I can
combat.
speak on both of them. So you have Saitama, who can finally get even just somewhat serious. Someone who was actually not going to
Just
die
once.
by
Just one serious punch.
Yeah.
And he still died to one punch.
Yeah.
One serious punch.
One serious punch.
exactly.
But you know, just the consecutive normal punches though, he still lived.
Yeah.
You know, and Boros was still, he was cool, especially when he became unrestrained. And I mean, his character I thought was just badass. Like, I mean, you have this powerhouse. Generally, of course, I mean, he
That
can,
and just the imagery. In
Yeah.
that fight. The
Yeah.
animation is
The-
amazing.
yeah.
Really nice.
it was like a Dragon Ball Z level.
It was Dragon Ball Z
Absol-
if Dragon Ball Z was animated well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm
It
not
was
gonna
so
lie,
crazy.
that's a good one.
But then you got Ulquiorra versus Ichigo.
Mhm. That was a hard one.
Even though that this man is what was he, number 4, 6?
4.
Four.
It was like he was
I thought-
number
wait,
4.
wait, I
So
thought it
yeah,
was 3.
Ulquiorra.
No,
No.
4.
Like he was like mid-level, classified as mid-tier out of the
Yeah,
numbers. But
dude.
he was definitely by far one of the strongest.
Pure hands.
Probably on par with the top, like 2.
Dude, that bit with the scythe versus like the hollow, like
Yeah.
He was cool, but oh my god, though, like Ulquiorra, who's like, okay, he pulls out new power that no one has ever seen Ichigo even pull out. I mean,
Yeah.
come on, You had what was it? The Vanguard Hollow form that he
Yeah.
brought out?
It was a really good fight.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Bleach had some damn good fights.
Yeah.
Bleach was the mean.
It was like one of honestly the best animes that involve swords too. Because
Oh,
when you
yeah.
think about it, only anime that went to that level are like martial art based
Beam fights or beam
yeah.
struggles. Yeah.
Yeah, but with this one was had like swords and it was like cool techniques you haven't seen before.
And then it
and,
turned
like,
into a beam struggle later.
yeah,
But,
yeah, but it was still dope to see it. Like the fact that his power scale was just, and I'm a fan of power scales. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, I'm saying.
So his power scale was nasty. All of New Locos or whatever, bro. I was like, what?
Las Noches.
Las
you mean?
Noches. There we go. And I'm just like, how does someone have that much power? And he just like throwing it, like just like here, have some explosion.
Take
Okay.
this. Hold this real quick.
Yes, but at the same time, Saitama versus Boros. Literally, Saitama gets punched to the moon,
And he's
looks
like, yes.
up to the earth.
That's a
He's
fact.
like, yeah, whatever. Holds his breath. One jump all the way back to Earth to wreck this motherfucker.
You know how long that
Sonic
takes naturally?
Like,
to do?
sure, the fight was a lot shorter than Bleach's, but as we've already discussed, Saitama is a tragic character. He just can't find somebody that can take more than
Yeah.
2 of his actual punches.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
And to do stuff
one of
like
his
that,
actual punches.
Well, one of his actual punches.
It's One Punch Man. That's his whole shtick.
And he sticks
But
to it.
I mean, both of them have their merit. It's
Yeah.
a very hard choice. So.
And just to see that fight and just Saitama just like, okay.
Right?
I mean-
I think the what really kills it for me for Saitama was the fact that
It wasn't a challenge.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's
You knew
what
he
that's kind of
wasn't-
what
you
kills it
knew
for me. It was like because
that.
it was still no matter what we knew it was a one-sided fight. Let's be
I,
real.
lo-
We
yeah,
all
I
knew it
love
was
that fight
one-sided.
so much, but
But with that fight with
consecutive
Ichigo,
normal punches, while Ichigo's push to limits
Yeah,
that
bro.
was beyond his thoughts.
Boros
Couldn't
was
even
pushed
control.
beyond limits beyond his thought.
It was just
and he
the
couldn't
fight,
find it.
like with the fight with Ichigo and whatnot, you didn't know who was going to win. You know what I'm saying? That was the
I
beauty
mean,
of
the
it.
manga had to continue, so you didn't know who was going to win.
Well, he could still lose and live, but like I'm saying, like
Yeah.
you don't know if he was going to win or not because there was so many parts where you
Yeah.
thought Ichigo died, bro.
like he
I'm
probably
sorry.
saw my number one question definitely for that would have been okay if for Ichigo's fight. Who is going to win this
Yeah, my
one?
man
But then
Goku legs
for
and
One
he was
Punch
lit.
Man's fight, is he going to get serious this time?
The big thing is
For
that
like a second.
we know for a fact that Ichigo can take an L. That's why you'd never really know.
Exactly.
But you know throughout the entire series, One
no
Punch
L
Man
man.
does not
Saitama.
exactly.
Right?
He
W
will
man.
never take an L in his life.
Fly the
Yeah,
W.
but that's
So
the only reason
far.
why it killed me, though. That's the only reason why it killed me
Screw
was
you.
because I knew he was going to win. Like, so
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah,
you
I
know
see
how,
that.
You know how when you go into a fight when Goku finna fight some random villain in town, and you're
That's going to
like,
be a sick
win.
fight, though.
yeah, it's gonna be dope. Like first is
But Goku's going to win.
the fight with the copy Vegeta. Like you knew.
Like, but
Don't bring that
that's
up.
that's what made
what you do? What you do?
We don't talk about that arc.
but that's what made the Cell fight so good.
Yes.
However, we're getting off topic. We're getting off topic.
Yeah.
Time for a vote.
Time for a vote. I vote Saitama versus Lord Boros.
I vote Okira versus Ichigo.
Same.
Ichigo.
Okay,
Sorry, Saitama.
Ichigo. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad.
That's a mean fight.
Okay, so third round. We
Cody
have
is not One Punch Man.
Alucard
Ooh.
versus Anderson. The last fight where he gets the stake, the nail that nailed Jesus to the cross, and he stabs himself through the heart, and he goes and meets actual God.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
fight
Okay.
versus Rock Lee versus Gaara.
That's a tough one. That's
This
a
is
tough
the
one.
first
There
time.
are different scales here.
Yes.
There-
Very different
this
scale.
is this is literally the first time that you have seen Rock Lee drop his weights.
Yeah.
And it shook the
that's
whole
true.
stadium.
The whole.
It
damn
shook the
stadium,
entire
bro.
village.
Bro, he was not. he
Probably
was moving
not,
so
but-
fucking fast.
Rock Lee literally was
And
like
you get introduced to the gates, which is like the coolest thing in Naruto.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Rock Lee is willing to almost give up his entire life for this fight
yeah.
because he has
to
to,
prove
show
himself.
that he can beat Gaara.
And the fact that he was such an impossible enemy, like Lee's fighting style versus Gaara's fighting style, you would think, oh, Lee's done, bro. Get your saying.
And that's the
man
tragic
ran,
thing.
Yeah.
This man ran
He loses.
faster than things that are smaller than my fingertips. Like, how do you have dodged things like that? You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
he's just finesse.
Can we also
Bow,
throw
bow.
out that there's not too many people who actually went and successfully gone through Gaara's ultimate defense.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
too.
feat in its own.
That's a fact.
It is.
You-
And Lee did it at 12.
Exactly. That man kills at track.
And I mean, there's one.
Lee opened, what, the 4th gate at 12 years old?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is amazing.
That's
That
all I
is...
gotta
If I'm
say.
correct,
Sauce.
Guy's father didn't even do that. Really?
No.
It's his father didn't even do that. Bruh.
Not at 12, no.
But like, there's so many more wild moments for me in the Rock Lee versus
Oh,
Gaara
okay.
fight. But it definitely okay. I mean, especially when Naruto was first, released. You see this, I kind of thought Lee was a bit of a clown at 1st, just because of how he came on the soccer,
Bushy
and whatnot,
brows, yeah.
how he talked, yeah. I
He
was
did
sitting here,
finish
like,
Sasuke.
oh, okay, he looks kind of like Bruce Lee a bit, maybe he did something. But then, like you said, we all hit that huge what the fuck moment when he was all like, all right, it's time to get serious. He was like, can I get serious now? And that's when when Guy was like, Lee, do it.
Get him.
Like,
I
the
dropped my
explosion.
cereal
Right.
and everything.
He dropped a
when that
mini
happened,
nuke.
man. Pretty much.
I'm
They
sorry,
throwing
like,
grenades.
yeah, but then the Alucard and Anderson
Grenade!
fight too, though.
That was amazing. God, the amount of gore in that fight.
Yeah.
The amount
Ah.
of... It was beautiful. Like, if you want to talk about a beautiful, just gory, spectacular, it's that.
Yeah,
Spectacular.
like it wasn't even like that. That kind of you choking on yourself.
Yeah.
Should I?
Nah,
kind
it
of
was-
thing.
No, it was.
It
You
was
can't look
like,
away.
yeah.
It was like watching a train wreck. You could not look away.
That is
This is a
glorious.
massacre taking place.
Yeah,
and
in the finest of arts.
you need to take notes. Because you have he unleashes that horde of demons out of nowhere.
Yeah. he's
And
finessing.
just out of nowhere, he just says that line, just that I forgive you, and then it's just boom, all the demons are gone.
Oh,
That's so
Alucard
clean.
is-
bro.
Ah,
so
Oh.
freaking OP.
Yeah.
Alucard is the actual goat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there anything that can actually kill Alucard?
I mean, if you do-
There's a 10-step program.
Yeah, if you do 12 steps,
It's
if you follow the 12 steps or whatever,
It's 10.
10. If you follow 10 steps, yeah, you
It's
can
a
kill him.
it's a 10-step program. The first one is decapitating him. That's step 1.
Second one is
That's
stabbing
the
the heart,
hardest
right?
step.
That's a step.
That's,
Yeah.
that's the hardest step is seeing him. So you see him, you're dead. So
Release restraint level.
And if
0.
I'm correct, doesn't he get
Right.
stronger when he kind of gets back in order, and because he looks younger and doesn't he
Yeah.
get stronger from that youth?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
oh, bro.
He has Baku number 134 coming out, and
No, actually, it's release restraint level 0.
yeah.
And let's be real, he sounds so dope. Like that's one of the things
Oh,
that really.
Alucard is one of the best sounding villains. He's
Yeah.
one of the,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
not even a villain. He's one of the best sounding anime characters. I say
Yeah.
villain
Yeah.
because he's a vampire and he
He's
kills
like
people,
Deadpool,
but he's
but better.
Pretty much, he's a dope.
yeah. Anime Deadpool's is my hero. He's that twice dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
we're,
so
we're getting
votes.
off topic again.
Yeah.
voting time.
I'm gonna vote for Alucard versus Anderson.
Oh, what do you guys want to vote?
I'm going Rock Lee versus Gaara.
I'm gonna go Rock Lee because that fight was just very.
was a good fight.
Honestly, that's kind of what really made me stay with Naruto was that fight. Because at first I was falling off, and then that fight happened. I was like, "What? He got hands too."
Rock Lee.
Rock Lee.
Gaara.
Rock Lee versus Gaara wins.
Yeah.
Lee almost gave up his entire ninja career just to prove
Anderson
himself
gave
on
up his
this.
life. He drove a stake through his own heart.
He said,
True.
He said, "No."
Still didn't win.
Yeah,
Sad.
I hate these kind of.
God showed up and he still didn't
right?
win.
That's his entire bracket. It's going to be...
see,
Okay.
That's why it was so hard to decide.
All right, next round we have Netero versus Meruem from Hunter x Hunter
Okay.
versus the Stain fight from My Hero Academia.
Let's let the Hunter x Hunter people go first, because
Yeah,
I know
go
we
ahead.
haven't seen.
And we're speaking exactly as Stain
The
against
o- the-
Midoriya
And Todoroki and Ida in the out. That fight versus the fight between Old Man Netero and Meruem.
Oh, you know what? Okay, first let me speak on both of them. Well, first my vote's gonna be Miriam and Netero, but let me speak because I can speak on both of them though. So you have Netero versus Miriam. To start off, this man came in raining down Phoenix fireballs as his introduction. Netero, yes.
Allow me to
go.
introduce myself.
Yes, allow me to introduce myself. Do the move. He is flying in with somebody, and they do a Phoenix they legit create a freaking phoenix coming down and it fucking separates and it's nothing but raining fireballs as his intro. It was all like, I'm here now. Like, bro,
You don't need to hold the door
that's
for
clean.
that, man.
No, he opens his own door.
Yeah, that is a bomb as introduction. That fight was freaking monstrous.
You had that stuff with the hands and
Yeah.
just Meruem just dodging between
bro,
those hands.
Bro, his freaking ultimate defense offense move is envisioned pretty much. It's just like first Hokage's.
Yeah, with the multiple.
First
Yeah, I
Hokage,
saw
yeah,
it.
that.
Yeah,
but,
Senju with the 1,000 hands.
Mm.
but better.
Yeah,
Because
I
it was
saw
like
it was
yeah.
lit. I was like,
it was better though. Like he was like, okay, I don't know how. He was like, first he couldn't. First Meruem, and this is I gotta get props to Meruem for this. First, he didn't know how to deal with it, but he's so smart that he's reading the freaking movements of this. The thing is
That was
super
impressive.
fast. But he was like, okay, fix the trajectory, fix the speed, boom, 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 boom. He's slightly kind of he's getting better at defending himself with it, but still getting smacked around with it. But that's a mean fight. But then you got Stain and Todoroki and Midoriya.
And Ida.
Oh, and
Ida.
yeah. And Jesus Christ! So you're talking about fighting this man without trying to get cut too? Because once you get cut,
For one,
done.
can we say that Stain probably has AIDS?
Yeah,
He's
I was
like
gonna say
that
that.
much
Yeah.
He has HIV. That man
I
licks
was
so much
just-
blood.
I was so for me that fight, like the Stain versus the Academy fight, that caught me so off guard because I was thinking someone with that type of quirk against like these monstrous quirks, you wouldn't think he stood a chance, but that man
Oh no, this man is
moves.
a murderer. He kills people.
Yeah.
he cold.
This
And
And
just
he
like,
showed it, bro.
bitch,
he
I
really
kill
showed
people.
it, and he didn't go out like no chump. He didn't go
Not
out
to mention
weak.
that
Bro.
scene with the Nomu, where the Nomu takes Deku away and Stain just comes out of nowhere and
With
just
a knife.
stabs it
Bro, with
in
a
the
whole
brain and drops it.
Bro, with a whole knife. He had no
He took
special
himself
flame.
out.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
bro. He had no like flame. He had no Sunday smash. No, he had a knife, bro. I got that in the kitchen.
He's like, let me just. I'm gonna stab you.
Exactly,
ass.
bro. He's the type of person you don't want to meet.
And
in
he
the
had
alley.
ideals. Ah,
And so to
fight
me,
was just
that
so
fight
good.
was just kind of like this.
It
This
it was the first time we saw Deku get actual control of his powers.
exactly, and also it was another fight to me that the direction for My Hero changed for me because it was like at first it was too kiddie, and I was like, oh, we got niggas.
Then it
with
got
blood.
actual
Yeah,
dark.
you got
Yeah.
actual death.
Yes, and he had
That
and he
opening
brought it.
sequence when Ida charges at him and he pins my man to the ground with that
Yes,
sword.
Oh, yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Yes, I was just like, what? Let me sit forward. Let me turn on subs. Let me read. I was into it.
I do like to throw out that even though that both these fights have different levels of like ham modeness, they both started off with quite a fair bang. Well, of course, Naruto and Miriam started with a bang, but ended
Yeah,
off
there
with
was
a nice
much
bang
more
too.
intense.
Again, Naruto and Miriam. I mean, this dude stabbed his own heart and used one of the most dangerous arts known to mankind, which was pretty much a short some kind of flower bomb that was the most poisonous like move to do. Like
wow.
yeah, like that was literally the only reason why Miriam kind of got fucked in the end. It was because of that poison.
Yeah.
Like, he had a second. He
Yeah.
legit.
Shoot
He
fence.
pulled a guy, a night guy, just like stab heart, but instead of he pulled
Through
a
the
night guy.
8th gate, he got the super toxin.
Yeah.
yeah.
Instead
What are you
of-
guys' viewpoints on it?
Well, for me, Stain's fight, honestly, I feel like has quite, like, I don't know much about the Hunter x Hunter fight, but I know for a fact that Stain's fight had a very, like, huge character development for multiple characters.
Yeah.
Because it had character development for Ida, because now he's all like, I'm never going for revenge again, and he needs to like follow the rules a bit more and stuff. And like for Midoriya and what's his name? Todoroki, they're like seeing the other side. They're seeing Stain's side of his villainy. Because Stain isn't just a normal villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stain is like
He's a villain with ideals.
he's a
Yeah.
villain with ideals, and they haven't really met anybody with that to this point,
Like
and so
someone
that
with the
changes them
morals.
quite a bit.
Yeah, fighting someone who has actually like a real reason to fight for it.
Mhm.
You know, it's not like some cheap you like, oh, I just want to be a dick type of thing. He's just
Exactly.
like,
Yeah.
I don't like what's going on, so I'm gonna change it. And it's basically what they're doing, but on the other side of the
Yeah,
coin.
he's
Yeah.
very similar to Midoriya in his goals.
So I can understand why
He's
it'd be
like
very hard to fight
all
someone
you
like
heroes
that.
are fake. Besides All Might, you're in it for the money.
And
He's
then
the
Midoriya.
real and only hero. Besides,
And then Midoriya earns his respect throughout that fight, and it's a really good fight.
Exactly.
I think we need to go to votes.
Okay, vote time. Midoriya versus Stain, not to me.
Same.
You go.
Midoriya versus Stain. Because I saw the Hunter fight, but it was intense, but it wasn't as impactful to me as the Stain fight.
These are both really good fights. I gotta go Netero versus Miriam.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
So this is a tie.
Yeah.
A tiebreaker effect shall be done forth. I don't think we're gonna convince them
Nope. Honestly, you're not.
to vote for an anime they've never watched before.
Well, no.
Because we're with a bunch of uncultured swine, and so they're not going to change their opinions.
I think
so being
even
the
if
bigger man, I will change my vote to the Stain fight.
Well,
You gonna
like I
take
said,
it
I
off?
seen bits and pieces of the fight. You know, I just don't know all of it.
I will admit to being trash for it. I
Yeah,
need
no,
to
you're all
catch up.
trash. You need to watch Hunter x Hunter. Okay.
Well, your waifu is trash, so what do you think about that?
I think that's the name of this podcast. Mike.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
Whoops, my bad.
All right, moving on to the next round. We have Naruto versus Pain versus Jotaro versus Dio.
And what anime is that again?
JoJo's
JoJo's.
Bizarre Adventure.
That's what
You-
You know that weird animation that we showed you the other day.
That you need to watch.
I'm actually watching it right now, so
You need to watch all of it.
I'm gonna be catching up.
Now this isn't like first like
The end of
10
part 3.
Okay, so this isn't like first
No,
10
no.
episodes. Jotaro,
Nah.
No.
Nah.
Jotaro isn't in the first 10 episodes.
Well,
Because you got
whoever the fuck is.
Joseph at first.
Jonathan
Jonathan, then Joseph.
Jonathan fights Dio in the first 10 episodes. And then
Yeah.
you have Joseph takes over in Arc 2, and then you
Fights.
have Jotaro
Yeah.
in Arc 3, and then
Jotaro-
Josuke.
I
and
just got to
Diamond is
Jotaro,
Unbreakable.
so
Diamond is Unbreakable. That's his name?
Huh? No, that's the name of the arc.
Oh, I was gonna say
I'm
that's a cold name.
literally
Part
on the
3 is
episode
Stardust
with
Crusaders.
Jotaro, so.
I like that name too.
That's what this fight's from.
But like, yeah, because I
So,
definitely catch up.
Let me give you a clear vision of my man Pain, though.
All right.
Whips Jiraiya's ass, gets
That's a fact.
Naruto all fucked up because his mentor is finally gone, has no idea who he's fighting. Naruto goes to train, comes back, and the first thing he's like is, where's the Leaf Village? Bitch, you're standing in it, and it's like a 50-foot crater because Pain just destroyed everything.
Shibaku Tensei.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty
Almighty
much.
push.
And you,
Five-finger
in this
discount.
battle, you're getting amazing stuff. You're getting Sage Mode Naruto for the first time.
Can we talk about the animal path where he's just throwing these giant animals and Naruto
Yes.
just
Yeah.
tossing them?
Exactly.
Body slam.
Get out of here.
Lifts
Like-
them up and just like,
Like-
Suplexes.
We've already
Just-
got a villain that's proven himself. Now we've got Sage Mode Naruto on the line. We got amazing stage skills. We've got Pain whipping his ass, and then Hinata coming out and finally doing what she needed to do for years and confessing herself to Naruto. And then alongside that, we get, what is it, like 7 out of the 8,
I think
9
it's
tails?
the 6 tails.
You get,
6 tails,
you get
maybe?
6 through 8. Because he went 6 first, and
Yeah,
then he
he,
went 7, and
he
then
got
went
6, he won 7, and then
Bro.
he was so close to getting 9, and then
he pulled out
You
naked
hit-
Ninetales.
you hit him
But don't forget his
with the
father.
4th
Don't forget his
Hokage
father for the first time.
coming out of nowhere and being like, I'm your father. Come on, let's talk. Let's have a bond to bond. And then Naruto coming out and kicking Pain's ass.
Yeah, no,
Can't
it was
have a
great. It
better
was an
fight.
amazing fight. I don't know if you can't have a better fight.
In Naruto, in my opinion.
Oh well, yeah, that's why it's on the list.
Yes.
Oh,
I tried my best to pick the best fight from each franchise. This one's debatable. I don't know if Jotaro versus Dio is the best fight in JoJo's. It's up there.
It's definitely a
There
great
needs to be a
fight.
debate that needs to be had.
It's definitely a
He
great
needs to be
fight.
had.
So,
Needs to be
but
added.
y'all haven't watched JoJo's.
I have literally just gotten to the episode where Jotaro is introduced. So,
Okay.
And I will admit, on podcast, because you guys from the beginning
hyping
know that
this.
I haven't been on the JoJo train, I was fucking sleeping.
Yeah.
JoJo's is actually really
He's
fucking
woke.
good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Thank
It
And I
is.
need to watch it. And I'm
I'm not
over
gonna
the
lie, I
art
was sleeping
style
on it
thing.
too.
He's woke now.
My brother tried to get me on
woke.
JoJo.
Holy shit!
Oh my
Speaking
god!
of which, if you guys haven't
Oh
heard,
no!
if you guys haven't heard, rip in peace. The voice actor for Joseph,
Yeah,
he died the other day.
he did.
Oh,
The
that's
very
Japanese
sad.
one, so rip in peace.
Yeah, rest
Condolences.
in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. That put a damper on things.
Yeah, but
especially
still.
considering I'm going to vote Naruto versus Pain.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, Naruto versus Pain.
exactly.
Look, Jotaro versus Dio was an amazing fight. It really is. I'm not going to try that to convince you to, I'm not.
No,
You
no,
haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen
I'm
it yet.
definitely Naruto.
Well, you haven't even seen Jotaro versus
I've
Dio.
seen
Yeah,
some
so
fights.
So I'm not gonna
and
even try. Because
I've-
Naruto versus Pain is amazing.
I've
Yeah.
seen some fights from JoJo, and if it's as good as it's been,
It's
then
better.
I can
I
understand
just saw
that
one
it's
with
probably going to be a
Caesar,
really
yeah.
good fight.
I just saw the episode
mean.
where Caesar fought the wind dude,
Uh-huh.
and that was clean.
That was clean.
That was a clean fight. But yeah,
All right.
Naruto versus
Naruto v Pain moves on to the next round. We got something a little bit different in this round. So I picked a fight that is very talked up in the anime community, but I personally have not had that much invested into it.
Pain. Okay.
That's Kiritsugu versus Kare from Fate Stay Night,
I've never seen that.
and versus Joe versus Yuri from Megalobox.
Oh, okay, you
Wait.
are killing me
Hold
right
on,
here.
okay.
Okay.
From Fate Stay Night, Kurtsugu versus.
We're talking about the priest guy
Okay.
who gets up with Gilgamesh
Okay.
against this is Fate Stay 0, so this is against the first master of Saber, the one that's like the assassin and will do basically anything. We're talking about
I
those two.
missed that one.
You motherfucker.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. And that's
Brad.
the thing I'm scared about though is like
Oh, we
we've
got hands
all
in that one too.
like I'm just gonna say
No,
it right
no,
now.
it's
We've
Megalobox.
all seen Megalobox.
Oh yeah.
And
oh.
I believe
Well, we've seen Fate Stay
I believe
Night.
Fate Zero.
It's
is,
Fate Zero? Is it Fate
It's
Zero?
Fate Zero.
Okay.
But I believe that I'm not gonna. It's kind of like the other one where you weren't able to convince us to vote for one. I don't think I'd be able to convince you two to vote for this fight.
You're right.
Yeah, because that
in
boxing
all
one was
honesty,
lit.
I'd probably be going.
Tell me one thing that's wrong with the Joe Yuri fight.
There's nothing.
Exactly, and I box. So.
And honestly, the
that
thing
was
is
glorious.
like
That was an
to me.
amazing boxing match.
the problem with
This is the fight where Archer was taken away, right?
Archer wasn't in this fight.
No,
Okay.
no, this was
this was
Saber.
This was Saber and Gilgamesh.
This was
Wait, no,
Saber and
actually,
Gilgamesh.
you're right because Gilgamesh was he Archer in that series? I don't think so.
no, he wasn't Archer in that series.
Was
No,
not Archer in this.
But
okay.
the thing is like the story is so complex and everything. Like
I've seen the fight because I
If
watched
it's
all these
what I'm
fights
thinking
beforehand.
of,
The fight's amazing. The fight's
the
really
fight's
cool.
really good.
I'm not invested in the characters though.
Exactly.
that's fair.
And so it didn't hold the same weight that Joe versus Yuri
Yeah.
did because that
And
fight
Joe-
that fight made me
God.
cry.
And in all
That fight was so
reality,
good.
like in all reality, because of the way I watched the Fate series, because there are certain different ways that you can actually watch the entire like trilogy of it.
Yeah.
I was invested, but I was not as invested as I was with Joe versus Yuri.
if we had
And
Flash,
they did that in
Can I-
13 episodes.
Can I speak
if
on
we
why
had,
I love that fight so much? Real
Yeah,
quick?
go for it.
Because as someone who loves fighting, you know, who's tried fighting competitively, the fact you have that level of respect with someone, I love, and I could tie that to my life, bro.
Just
'Cause-
the build up.
Yes,
Where he goes down into the cabin in the woods and he has
Yes.
that ripped off of him and he says,
Bro.
if I take painkillers, I don't deserve to fight him.
bro, mad respect because it was this time I had a
God.
fight, man, and I fought this dude, and at the end we were mad. It was just pure respect because it's that level of
When
respect
you meet
get
your
with-
equal.
Yes,
And it's just respect.
and I felt that. Even when they first met, I was like, them niggas rivals, bro. I called
Exactly.
it. I called it, bro. Oh, it was so
for real.
good, and it was played out perfectly. I thought this was gonna be like 5 seasons until we get like a good like.
oh
No,
man.
no,
one
it was,
season,
it was
13
quick
episodes.
and it was
Yeah.
good, and I was like, what?
And it hit
Yeah.
it perfectly in 13
Yes.
episodes.
Oh, it was so good. So I'm very excited to see what they do next.
They're not.
They're not. They got the ending.
It's over.
No.
No, it's over.
Yeah.
You gonna
It's
tease me
done.
like that?
Yeah. See, my thing is, if this was about anything else besides being the best fight overall, I'd pick the Fate Stay Zero fight.
Yeah.
But
But since this is being talking about being best overall, throwing in every aspect possible, this may not be as
the whole series built
Yeah.
to this.
Yes.
This is the climax of
Megalobox.
everything.
Like,
They
dude,
did
okay,
it
like
so
Fate
well.
has the coolest, like some of the flashiest, coolest, destructive fights.
Uh-huh.
Stuff is ridiculous on what's going on with this. I mean, combat. I'm talking about like hand in hand and the way they're using their weapons to fight.
Yeah.
It's some that you actually like not really seen in other anime. They take it to a whole nother level. So like their fights just kind of make you be like, God damn, he legit just slashed the sun in half just by doing that.
That's
like, God
crazy.
damn, like you got a dude who legit had the power of the sun, kind of going
Sunny
against
D.
Archer.
Sunny Delight.
Yeah,
Um,
bruh.
It's nice
But
to
yeah,
say.
Megalobox.
I vote Joe versus Yuri.
Yeah, Joe versus Jerry.
I'm giving my vote to Fate Zero just so it doesn't get swept because it deserves that respect.
That's fair.
Fair.
That's
That's fair.
Okay, so this next fight we have
That's fair.
Kenshin versus Saito from this final episode of season 2 of Rurouni Kenshin,
Okay.
which is in my opinion, one of the best sword fights in all of anime.
Yep.
Versus the Hades fight from Fairy Tail with Loxus and Natsu
You get all
on
the
the
good
boat.
fights I missed.
Now, was this Hades? Wasn't this like Loxus had already like left the guild basically, right?
Yes, and he came back to help fight Hades.
Okay, yeah, this is exactly.
Where he
what
comes
it
in and he rides to the
Oh,
thunderclouds and he
was. Yeah,
slashes
doesn't,
down.
Okay,
isn't this
so-
take place on that island?
Yes.
Lightning
Okay,
Fire
that's
Yeah,
what I'm
Dragon.
this is
thinking of.
Lightning Fire Dragon.
Die. Fairy Tail.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Is it really
Okay.
that lit?
It is.
Bruh,
Fairy Tail has
did you
amazing
ever-
fight scenes.
Bro, we're talking about a Dragon Slayer.
seen Fairy Tail?
Dragons, bro.
I'm watching it, but I haven't seen. I haven't
Bro,
gotten to
we're
that
talking
part.
about
Alright,
okay,
it's like,
Dragon
what, it's like
Slayers.
150, 160, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, so I got a
Yeah.
grip.
Yeah.
I got a grip.
Natsu's like the main one who actually can evolve through his power
And I
just by
like that,
absorbing
that
someone's
last bit
elements.
where Loxus
He can
knows he's going to
absorb his
lose.
elements?
Shush. Loxus knows he's going to lose. And so he says, "This one's for you, Natsu." And he explodes and he sends that lightning out. And Natsu just eats it.
Yeah, bro.
And you get
Natsu,
it looks full go Super Saiyan 2. Lightning cracking everywhere on
he
top of
can
the
do that
flames.
at will now. Lightning Fire Dragon style. He's absorbed God Fire. He's
We're not
absorbed.
talking about Godfire. Let's keep
I
on
know.
saying-
I'm
Let's
just.
not
I'm sorry.
spoil it.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm still
just.
watching it.
Also, Godfire
He gets
reveal wasn't
insane.
as good as the Lightning Dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, but
This-
the fact
this
that he still was able to use said element
Yeah.
that
Wasn't
wasn't
it?
his own.
This was like the first time where he could do that.
Yeah.
Really.
But yeah,
Well, the Ethereum was the first time, right?
Well,
the part
the
where he hit
Ethereum, but,
in
like-
the tower.
Yeah.
But I mean, like this
It
was the
used that
first time where
power.
it showed like
This
a
got lit.
super like effect on it.
Oh
Like,
yeah, where it actually held and stuck.
Yeah.
bro, he is
Oh.
Kirby.
Literally, he's Kirby.
Natsu is Kirby.
He's Kirby.
Which
He's
is
Dragon
actually
Kirby.
kind of
Yes.
That's actually kind of funny
Yeah.
because you
That's
don't really
pretty
see a
lit.
lot
Okay.
of anime characters that do that.
I'm gonna talk about my boy Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah, you
Go
know
ahead.
more about that fight than I do.
He was the world's coldest assassin.
Mm-hmm.
That
love
was
how you
his
said
background.
coldest.
Huh?
I love how you said coldest.
Thank you. This man had an amazing track record. He is just a cold-blooded murderer, and he changes his ways. And that's what the series is
Bars.
entirely about. Is he's fighting for honor, and he's not going to kill anyone. And then Saito comes along,
Yep.
and Saito just, I don't want to spoil it because like Saito just pushes him to the point where he gives it up. He's going to be bloodthirsty again. He's going to kill this man. he pushes him to his limit. He breaks him
I like that.
just because of like things that happen with like the people that he's with.
And this is a
And
samurai base.
He's a samurai.
Yeah,
That's what I
Rurouni Kenshin. It is an old. It's an old
It's
school
classic.
anime.
I feel
It's
like I've
good,
seen
though.
it. But I can't think of the
You've seen his face.
he was in J Stars.
Oh wait, which one?
Rurouni Kenshin.
Probably
Yeah.
all of them.
He was he was in J Stars Victory versus the game.
And what's the name of his original anime?
Rurouni Kenshin.
Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He is straight up a savage.
Yeah, no. This is my pick for like one of the best sword fights in all of anime.
Yeah, and it
He's
is.
he's like a top swordsman like Yagyu, like Kyuubi Yagyu, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Like a name that's always like mentioned in almost every samurai related anime because
Gotcha.
whoever that was, I guess in ancient past times.
Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just pulled up the picture for him. He knows what I'm talking about
yeah.
now.
Okay.
The
Yeah, I seen that fight. That was a
SAVAGE
clean
himself.
Because like, because it was like I was drawing a blank on the. what
However,
his
I'm
clothes
not.
look
I
like,
know when
so I
I'm
was like,
in a
who is he-
losing
who is he?
situation. And the Fairy Tail versus Hades fight was amazing.
yes, it was.
It was sick as fuck. And
Lightning Fire
It's
Dragon.
Kenshin versus Saito is personally my favorite of the two,
Yeah,
just because of how visceral and just like
it was
That's
really
my
good.
pick, too.
It was a
it's
really
just
good
cold.
fight.
It's
He said it was just cool. Yeah, I like because sword fights are just so lit to me.
yeah, no, they are
Bro,
absolutely.
sword fights are like the best kind of fights because they're always done right.
Mhm.
They're always done.
Unless they're done very wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but you gotta think the one
Sword Art
enemy.
Online.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Moving
yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Votes.
Yeah.
Votes.
I ain't even going.
Yeah.
I'm not even going. I'm not.
They
even,
use video game logic.
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
care. I don't care. I'm not even gonna argue about it because I'm right.
Your
So-
opinion is wrong. This is the internet. Moving on to the votes. I vote for Rurouni Kenshin versus Saito.
Same.
What's everybody else's votes?
Hades.
That's cool and all, but like we got a Kirby already.
Oh yeah, no. Lightning Fire Dragon. You can't tell me shit.
Come on,
Lox is
swordplay.
coming back after fucking over his guild.
Swordplay,
You
though.
can't tell me nothing.
Saito.
Rurouni
Swordplay.
Kenshin versus. Have you
I
even
don't
seen
care.
that fight?
Yes, I have.
You
I
have.
don't
It's
I have.
amazing.
It is a good fight.
It's amazing.
It's lit.
I'm
It's
sorry,
lit,
but there's one
I
thing
did-
there's one thing that always
I'ma take
pushes
it.
stuff under
said
with me
I'ma
with Fairy
take
Tail,
it.
and that is, you hurt my friends, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, that's literally
It's
all,
literally every single fight in Fairy Tail ends that way.
That is every fight
But
in
he does
Fairy
it
Tail.
differently each time.
Or
No,
Lucy,
it's not.
Yeah, he has a new
or
move
Lucy
each
gets
time.
like some crazy
One
new
move.
summon.
No.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's a new move each time.
She gets a new
Yeah,
move.
but he gets
the
it
big
because his friends are
fireball,
hurt.
the badass roar.
This last round is Spike versus Vicious from Cowboy Bebop,
Okay.
Ooh.
and Luffy versus Lucci from One Piece.
Lucy, which one's Lucy?
Oh, that's the guy. He has like the curly beard, top hat. He's one of the what was it called
CP9?
again? Yeah, he's one of the CP9.
What's
Yeah,
his
he could
fruit?
turn. He could turn into a cheetah. Big buff
Okay,
dude.
I like
yeah.
that fight. You gotta tell me you gotta tell me the powers.
Also,
That's
yeah,
like,
he
there's
turns
so
into a
many
cheetah. He's
episodes of
hella
One
fast.
Piece.
He moonwalks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
Those are
about.
both really good fights.
Oh, I don't know. I like Cowboy Bebop
This
is
boy.
my yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, he cold. I was playing. I was playing him on the video game that Markel the Deers has.
One Piece Fire Warrior.
Yeah, and I was using him, and I was
I'm gonna
snapping.
be honest. I really didn't watch a lot of the CP9 stuff, so the only stuff I know about that fight is from the video game. So I don't know how savage
it's
that
a
fight really was.
Very good fight for sure.
It's an amazing
I'm
fight.
surprised though that you didn't pick like Luffy versus Doflamingo. Or
I mean,
yeah.
I like the Lucci fight more
Or at least
than the
one with the
Doflamingo
magma
fight.
dude in it. The magma
fair.
dude was clean.
Or yeah, well, you know, I can see why that wasn't picked because even though you know, I forgot his name.
Whitebeard versus that whole army. What? That was a clean.
But is
fight.
that the best fight in One Piece?
Well, I haven't seen all of
No, it's not.
I have to say, even
It's a good
Doflamingo
choice,
versus
though.
fourth year Luffy was
But-
more savage than that.
Hmm.
But
Cowboy Bebop is one of the most classic animes for
Yeah.
a reason.
See,
And that was the best fight scene of the
yeah,
time.
and like
Like-
with Cowboy Bebop, they have such a nice vibe to it. It's like
Bro.
intense, but like chill.
and it's
But
normal.
yes.
Yeah.
It's
It was
normal.
like I can see someone.
There's
like
no
Spike
crazy
walking
superhero
around.
powers.
Yeah.
There's no fruit that make you
Real-
unable to
but-
swim.
Hey,
It's literally people
but
like-
real grudges though.
Yeah.
The grudges were mean.
It's like real
I tell you.
CIA, FBI, bandit,
Yeah.
you know, bounty
And so
people.
it was
just,
that fight.
It's a space
when that
western.
happened, you've
It's-
been waiting for it. You know, you was waiting for that fight to happen, and when you finally got it, it's kind of like when you smack that young old wrist with that, you know.
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
rope,
You had to get your fix.
Yeah,
That's-
it's just like
That's Spike versus Vicious. You had to get your
Yeah.
fix.
Exactly.
Do you want to
I'm
talk
gonna
about
go
One
with-
Piece or no?
I say I could, but my vote's still gonna be Spike versus Vicious. I got
Alright.
you.
Spike
Yeah,
versus
so-
My vote
Vicious.
Yeah.
is also going to be Spike versus Vicious.
Yeah.
I love One Piece. One Piece is a great adventure
Yeah.
manga. It's the best adventure manga in my opinion of all time.
Agreed.
Yeah,
It doesn't have the best fight scenes.
Exactly.
yeah. That's I was gonna say that. Like it's very more
Moving on to the next
smart
round.
because I was gonna keep talking.
The quarterfinals. Gohan versus Cell. And Ichigo versus Ulquiorra.
Ooh. Ooh. Two boys pushed past their limits.
Two boys push past their limits against androgynous man guy.
I'm gonna
Actually,
say
you know what?
Cell because for me, I like that fight a lot better because
Can we
the
talk about the
build-up-
father-son Kamehameha?
Exactly, that was
Just
also
my boy had one arm, and he still
Yeah.
gives me this
exactly.
work.
But I also love the build up. The build up in the Cell
The
arc.
transformation scene,
Yes,
the part where
yes. You thought
just the whole fight is so good.
because you thought it was over
My man
when he went
explodes.
second.
Yeah, yeah, and when he goes back to second form and he goes to
You
explode
thought it
the
was
planet.
done. You thought it was
No,
GG.
no. He explodes, he regenerates, he's a Saiyan, he has Saiyan cells, so he gets stronger and it steals Goku's instant transmission.
Clean.
I
bro.
kind of
And
want to
you-
know exactly how he steals Goku's instant transmission.
He
'cause
saw
they
him
never
do
really
it,
got
just
into
how
that.
Goku
Cell
learned it.
absorbs techniques.
Yes,
He sees someone do a technique and then he can do that technique.
That's
exactly.
fucking bullshit.
He could have took Final Flash. He
could
could
have.
have. He could have took everything, but he
But
took.
it's not as good as Kamehameha.
But
Yeah,
you
it's
cannot
not-
say that
Yeah, I mean, he did.
Ichigo versus Ulquiorra did not have build up.
Oh,
Because
no,
that
no,
had
no,
build up from the
absolutely
start of
not.
the
It
actual
did.
arc. Like there was so much build up. He walked out from that little portal and you were like, this is Ichigo's rival for this season.
That fight had sauce, a lot more sauce than Cell versus Gohan because the Bleach fight.
The animation was so
You
beautiful
felt
for one.
yes,
It
that
was.
and when he walked out, bro, you felt that. You felt
See.
he meant business. Cell, it needed more of a
Goku
build up.
died.
That is what really.
Goku
kinda-
actually died.
yeah, he
In
actually
a fight.
Bye.
In a fight. Goku's never died in a fight before. Goku,
Exactly.
unless you count Raditz, but that's not really a fight.
Yeah.
Unless Piccolo killing him.
Yeah, that's Piccolo getting what he
Friendly
wanted
fire.
to kill. He wanted to
Yeah,
kill.
no,
He
friendly
wanted to
fire.
kill Goku. So-
Piccolo wanted to kill him. Let's be real.
Yeah. Fairly
See, look, here's my thing.
He,
So
he killed Piccolo's dad. Like,
I'd be pretty tight.
punched a hole in his
And
chest.
he was like what 12 at the time, so I'd be pretty
like
angry.
13 probably.
I would be angry too.
see,
still.
here's my thing. So
But,
I am
okay.
big on looking at people who do the most basic stuff and something ridiculously phenomenal happening with it. So example number 1, when Ichigo went to that Vanguard Hollow form, right,
Mhm.
and he just swings his sword, a whole entire crater fucking appears.
Yeah.
Just swings it in the airwave. It's like One Punch Man doing a fake out, serious punch to Genos and takes on a whole mountain. So him just all like, I'm ready, and there's a whole crater that appears, and then I mean him doing the copy of the Zero Beam, whatever that is,
Yeah.
and I mean
It was good.
That's really good.
everything about it was OP.
I'm not gonna lie.
Everything about it was too. It was too strong. There was so much power in that. Like I
So
again,
much.
I am one of the biggest fans probably in this world about the Cell Gohan fight. I don't care about what anyone would say about what's better. Cell and Gohan, I would die and still say that's the best fight in all of Dragon Ball. You can't even tell me right. But yes, again, Father Kamehameha Wave, that was sweet. The way he again when he kicked the Cell Juniors and they all exploded. But at the end of the day, when Ichigo went to this form, and he's actually pushing Okira to his limits, and Okira was supposed to be like top dog technically by when his power was shown, and making them go to a higher form than what he was showing, and getting actually serious. And
Ichigo's Vanguard was, like, in my opinion, the first ass pull of Bleach.
Mm-hmm.
It began the ass pulling of the rest of the Bleach series.
I'm not gonna
Tiny
lie.
bit.
here's
Super
a
Saiyan
point.
2 was supposed to be the culmination, the end. And it had been teased from the beginning with Gohan's rage bursts, all the way back with Raditz when he was like 4.
Exactly.
And whooped Raditz's butt at 4 because he touched his dad.
That's
Getting
my
us
daddy.
hands.
So
The build-up was just so good for the Cell versus Gohan
Yeah,
fight.
it was.
It was.
You
On
had,
both sides. Too.
yeah, no, you had the bit with 16 where he gets his head thrown in there, telling Gohan to,
just
You
let
knew
go.
something
And
was
then
being
just
seeing
let
that
go.
final just
And then-
snap.
and just seeing that final snap and that scream and the transformation, and you felt that in your bones. I don't care who you are.
You know what really gave me the tingles is when Perfect Cell first appeared with Trunks, Vegeta,
Uh-huh.
and Krillin, and he was just like, hit me, just.
Gohan had that.
Yeah, Vegeta was giving him the work, and he
Yes.
shows up and he's like, "Hit me,
hit me as hard as you
Yeah,
can.
the big
hit
snap
me
like that.
as hard as you
And he
can."
tanked it. Yeah, he got damaged, but he just screwed it back.
And
Just
then,
that slow head turn.
Yeah. I was,
but then Gohan comes out, just full of rage, absolutely starts whipping on Cell Juniors that everybody else was having a hard
Who
time
does he beat
fighting.
out of him? He beats 18 out of him, right?
Yeah,
He literally
fucking
punches him so hard,
yeah.
18
he
falls
spit
out
out.
of him.
Exactly.
How's a woman you decompose, regenerate, just spit out? That takes a lot
Yeah,
of
he
power.
punched you so hard he broke the laws of physics
Exactly.
and made you undigest her.
Exactly. I
Error
was-
404, 18 not found.
Bro, in that fight was just so. Because, I mean, Cell is just a very good villain. He was so. He had a very good character with him. And just to see that intensity just back and forth, him constantly testing Gohan, he just be like, you know what, fuck it. You can have all these.
Cell
have all
was
the hands.
kind of like
You can
a
have 'em.
villain Goku in a sense that he just wanted to fight somebody that's strong.
Well, he had Goku cells in him.
Yeah,
And he was
You know who
cocky.
cells he didn't have?
Gohan's.
Gohan's.
Exactly.
Fact.
He didn't have that rage.
I
that
never
Gohan
thought.
had.
Fact. That's a fact.
He had the superiority
Oh.
that Frieza had. He had the evil that Frieza and
He
King
would be
Gold had.
unstoppable if he had Gohan.
Well,
If he had his
Oh.
rage
Frieza.
boosts, he didn't
Yeah,
have Frieza because Frieza came to Earth.
You're right.
Frieza and King Cold came to Earth,
Yep.
You're right.
and so
forgot
that's where his maliciousness came from. Was
Mhm.
Frieza and King Cold, and so he had their maliciousness. He had Goku's drive to always get better.
Vegeta's cockiness.
He had Vegeta's cockiness,
Mm-hmm.
He was
all wrapped up into one big fancy
He was
package.
literally perfect. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He was
So-
perfect.
literally-
And my vote goes to Cell versus Gohan.
Yeah, me too.
D.
Okira versus Ichigo.
Cell versus Gohan. I mean, come on, one-handed Kamehameha
Yeah,
up
again.
his face.
Again, it's just the fact that I'm a flashy guy.
That is still the you want to talk. That is flashy.
If you want to
That
talk
was
flashy,
flashy.
Super Saiyan
But
2.
bro, Ichigo was flashy.
But Gohan would whip Ichigo in a fight.
I'm sorry,
He- you
Ichigo
might be
was
right,
flashier.
You're right.
Ichigo was
Guaranteed.
flashier with fucking Final
Naruto
Getsuga
can beat
Tensho.
Ichigo.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, but it's just but we didn't see that though yet. We saw
You did.
Vanguard.
All right.
Not at.
Well,
Speaking
not that
of Naruto characters, Next round is Rock Lee versus Gaara and the Stain fight.
Oh, that's a toughie.
We got
Rock Lee
some-
versus Gaara.
We got some youthful contenders.
It's full of use.
Oh yeah, you can look at me like I'm crazy, but
I think I'm gonna
I
say,
can't look at you like you're crazy.
I'm
Because
gonna start off this real easy.
Oh,
I'm gonna say
man.
Gaara versus Rock Lee.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that too because Rock Lee was such a wild card.
So you got two
You didn't
sets
see
of
him
kids. Like you got two sets of kids fights technically. Yeah, you got a man, you got an adult beating down some kids, then they're killing them. Yeah, but I mean, it's not to say it that way, but I just want to.
The Stain fight was very good.
It was very good, but
the
it was
Gaara
not on
Rock Lee
par.
fight was
Yeah,
phenomenal.
yeah.
Like
That was
when you compare the Stain fight and compare it to the Rock Lee fight. I'm gonna be real.
Jaw hit the
That's
floor.
childish.
like
Yeah.
It was childish and compared to the Rock Lee versus
Oh,
Gaara
absolutely.
fight.
like
We got teen for teens at least. This one's like at most teens.
They
You
still
know,
got-
mostly around more with the preteens. But this is teen for teens hitting up to the mature, higher up level fight.
mhm.
And we just go with. And
I mean, Stain, that was a T for teen fight.
Yeah,
That was
but-
blood and I'm licking your blood
Yeah.
off of the blade.
But if you didn't do that,
getting
you know.
HIV. I'm gonna stab Ida to the ground with my sword
But like,
and then lick him.
I see what he's saying though, because like compared to
If you don't look like-
the Lee fight, was like literally children going to war with each other. You know, they're war children. You know what I'm
They
saying?
are, yeah.
And
But
they're
they're child
forced to do this.
soldiers.
Yeah, and they're in this. They're forced to this tournament to compete against a person like a man who has no ninjutsu, just pure hands, literally pure hands, go against someone who has a wall of defense. You
Yeah.
would think that's impossible.
And he almost won.
Exactly. Well, yeah, it was impossible.
we-
But
can I
still,
call
he
it a
broke through
tie?
the defense,
No,
bro.
you can't
No.
call a tie here.
Guy
All
had
that-
to step in. It was over.
Yeah,
That man
Yeah.
was never gonna walk again if Gaara continued.
right. He was
True.
bloodbath.
He was looking at. He was gonna try to open the 8 gate.
But you had so much.
No,
hope
Gaara was
for
gonna
him.
crush his legs.
But you had so
And
much
that
hope for
too,
Lee
yeah.
though. Like you really thought Lee was gonna do it, you know?
Yeah.
And it was so like when I was a kid,
Oh my
I was
god,
like,
that
go,
hidden
go.
lotus.
Yes. That was so
Ugh.
clean.
Listen.
It was so clean.
Ugh.
It was so clean that someone stole it and taught it to someone else. Kakashi stole his leaf move and taught it to Sasuke.
He did. Because it was a sick move.
Bro, he like 8. Is someone like Kakashi need to take your move,
Wait,
bro?
did
Kakashi takes everybody's
I
moves.
thought
but he takes all the he only
He's
takes
the
the
copy
good,
ninja.
but he takes all the good moves.
He has like 10,000 jutsus.
But he takes all the
Yeah.
good moves though.
The
Like
thing
the
is,
one
is
where
we
he summons
kind of
dogs.
we
I
kind
thought
of already
Sasuke
said
Sharingan that. I thought.
no.
Sasuke was
Kakashi Sharingan.
exactly.
The thing is we kind of already said everything that we could about the Stain fight
Yeah.
when we still hadn't even gotten like to the point of the Gaara
Oh.
versus Rock Lee fight, which that's why I think it's better. Like there's
Yeah.
just more to talk about.
There is. And
More
it's-
of an impact.
It's a better fight.
Yeah.
it is.
It's pound for pound. You felt those blows.
Exactly.
Like you felt the chills from when Stain spoke, but not the fight itself. The fight
No,
itself,
yeah.
you get chills over.
No, I mean you did a little bit,
A little bit, but not to the extent.
and then you found out how it worked, and that was like cool and interesting how his quirk
Yeah.
worked depending on your blood type. But
The more
then you
people
have
feel
you had the first time Rock Lee slipped past Gaara's defense and kicked that man square in the jaw.
Mhm.
You felt that.
yes,
You felt
exactly.
that. You felt that. There was no.
Like I was holding my own chin. Like did
I vote
get hit?
Rock Lee versus Gaara.
Rock Lee versus
100%.
Gaara.
Yeah, Rock Lee versus Gaara.
Okay.
100%.
On to more Naruto fights. We have Naruto versus Pain and Joe versus Yuri.
Naruto versus Pain, man.
Yeah.
Joe versus Yuri was an amazing fight. However, when you're talking to somebody that's really into like the flashy anime, like the Dragon Ball Z, the Naruto, all that stuff, like you can do so much with what Megalobox did, and I loved it, and it was an amazing fight. But you cannot live up to the amount of insanity that was Naruto versus Pain. The fight dragged on forever. You got
I mean,
all
this fight
sorts
dragged
of-
on for 14 rounds.
It dragged on for 14 rounds, but at the same time...
You ever
and-
boxed for 14 rounds?
right?
But Naruto's fight took him all the way from the top down to the lowest of the low and back up.
He
You-
did
you
turn the
can't
Leaf
beat it.
Village into an entire crater.
I would say my critique
Absolutely.
for
For the first
Naruto.
time. It happened like 4
He
other times.
also,
Right,
yeah.
if you guys remember, also killed Kakashi
Well,
and
he-
killed
he did
all these
Kakashi.
other guys. Yeah.
He did. He warped the pin. He warped the needle. Remember? Yeah, he did.
No, Kakashi dies. He gets revived at the
Kakashi
end.
dies, and then he gets revived when Naruto goes to Nagato
And
the
Nagato
only-
revives everyone he
Nagato
killed.
revives
except
I could
everybody.
have sworn because
No.
wasn't there one time where he
Kakashi
like
straight up
worked
died.
No,
That
no,
was when
Kakashi died.
that was the Kakashi and Obito fight.
Yeah.
The needle
Oh,
that he
not-
shot at. Pain shot a needle at him. He did this, but then because he went to save Choji because he pretended to get hit, but he warped.
Yeah,
it.
but Kakashi
Yeah, but then he
still
died
fucking
later.
dies.
Oh, okay.
He still gets
gotcha.
Yeah, no, that
hands.
happens, but he still dies.
Oh, okay.
He
A
could
lot
have
of
killed
people
some.
die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he killed like half the fucking Leaf
Yeah.
Village with the
Besides
explosion
Sakura.
at least.
But like, I think the only thing about the Pain fight that I didn't like was how
Is the
it
fact that
ended.
they revived everybody at the end?
Yes. Yeah, I didn't like the ending.
Oh, none of the stakes were real?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the truth.
So I
The
didn't-
only one that stayed dead was Jiraiya because Pain
Yeah.
had a personal grudge.
Yeah, it's not a fucking loophole because he should
And they
came
didn't
back.
reanimate Jiraiya, but that's another story.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't like the ending because it was like,
That
okay,
upsets
I
me.
The
get
Edo
it.
Tensei? Yeah.
That
Like,
pisses me
I
off.
was kind of hoping to see like the real Nagato
Well, the reason he
fight.
did-
You know what I'm saying?
Well, the reason
Like,
Well, he did fight.
Can I talk real quick?
Oh, they didn't
The-
find his body, duh.
No, that's not why. The reason they did it is because the mangaka said he wanted Jiraiya's death to actually hold weight.
Mhm.
And he felt if he brought him back with the reanimation jutsu, it wouldn't hold the same weight as the sacrifice he made in the Rain Village.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It would take that away from Jiraiya.
Okay. That's
And
fair.
it would ruin his character arc, so they didn't bring him back.
I'll let him
But
have
I just
that.
didn't like how it ended. I just didn't like how, like for instance, Corinne, I felt like should have threw hands on Naruto when he showed up. You know what I'm saying? But instead they were just talking. I'm like, I get it. That's Naruto's thing. He like,
Talk no jutsu.
yeah. And I'm like, okay, yeah.
She
but
is
you,
so strong.
but homie just killed your potential love and your whole village, bro. I'm feeling like at least throw a shuriken or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
Demon
bro.
windmill shuriken, pop up behind
like,
him.
don't-
Sage mode.
Shoot one clone.
Break the ground.
You know what I'm saying? You kind of just forget it
However,
that fast. I was like, come
I mean,
on,
Joe versus Yuri is probably my favorite anime fight of this year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, word.
But like over the Stain fight, over any of the other My Hero stuff, I think Joe versus Yuri is a better fight.
Yes.
Pound for pound.
Yeah,
I
think
just
so.
I love the fact that for one,
Okay.
these are actual people doing actual things.
Yeah.
Fair.
And
Everything
they
about the show is
break
real.
themselves.
That's a fact.
It's literally just the personification of throwing yourself against a brick wall until that brick wall falls down. It's everything I love about Dark Souls.
Yeah, that respect factor too. Like you can really
Oh.
see the respect of like two.
And it
people.
made you respect them.
Yeah, exactly. I do really like.
And I felt that.
Yeah, I
And
do
then the
really
scene
like
after
that.
the fight,
Exactly.
where they're on the beach.
And the good thing about
And
Yuri versus Joe,
Yuri's sitting there on the beach, and you're like, "Oh my lord, what happened?"
exactly.
Like-
I don't want to spoil that part because that's a huge thing.
the
But
good thing about Yuri versus Joe was you kind of went into it being like, either of these two could actually lose this.
Yeah.
But in Naruto versus Pain, you were like,
you
oh,
know who was gonna win.
Yeah, you knew Naruto was gonna win. You just didn't know he was gonna be pushed as far as he was.
You didn't know everybody was gonna come back,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so there were stakes there. I'm voting for Naruto versus Pain
Same.
because although Joe versus Yuri is my favorite anime fight of this year, Naruto versus Pain I think is a better anime fight.
I am going to agree.
I don't know.
Well,
I
we've
mean,
The
already got
biggest
three.
thing about Naruto versus Pain, literally the biggest thing, was losing Jiraiya.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
was
the only
BB.
thing that really kind of
But that,
pumped
but
me
that,
for it.
but it's the fact that it's heartfelt. Like, which made your heart drop more? Like,
Joe versus Yuri made my heart drop more.
Yeah, for me
Did it
too.
though?
Yeah.
Yes.
A little bit.
But Naruto versus Pain is.
Yeah, it is a better fight.
I
in
didn't
the
cry
sense
in
of-
Naruto versus Pain.
Sure.
I got hella sad when Jiraiya died.
Well, that was before
That
Naruto
was-
versus
That wasn't
Pain.
Naruto versus Pain.
But that
That
kind of
was
That was
Jiraiya
fair.
versus
Jiraiya
Pain.
versus
True, you know, that's fair. Fair.
And then he wrote his final
Well,
thoughts about
'cause-
tits.
Well, well, then for me, it's the boxing one because like the fight in Naruto was good, yes, but like it wasn't. It didn't affect me the way the fight between.
So I
Yuri
say
and-
if we're gonna speak on that, then honestly, yeah, make the Yuri.
Okay, well let's
versus
get
Joe.
like real votes. Okay, I vote Naruto versus Pain.
Yuri versus Joe.
Naruto versus Pain.
Yuri versus Joe.
We have a tie.
Two ties in one episode.
Oh
That's
my
rare.
lord. Yeah.
I don't know. We might have to toss a coin over this one. This one's kind of.
Bro, that fight was more touching though. In the whole,
Yeah.
It wasn't
the whole,
there.
And like it was a sense of like
You know what?
Because like you had for one you had like the scene with was it the Asura path that shoots missiles and like
That
Yeah.
was cool.
to be
and you
fair,
had
look,
you had Naruto just weaving through all of it, throwing those animals around like they were nothing the size of
like
mountains.
the problem is
Naruto
you
was
can only
literally
do
OP.
the thing is you can only do so much with a fight scene when it's boxing, because it's literally you're just boxing.
but
But when you get into the supernatural,
That is the beauty of it.
That's the
It's
beauty of it. But at the same time, you can't get as
Right.
flashy and amazing as
Okay,
you can
let
with
me put
other
my
fights.
personal input as someone who's been in a boxing ring and you know the yeah, me throwing a jab seems simple compared to Naruto throwing a fucking Rasengan. But like the fact of how I have to time it against someone who's looking at me and studying my whole movements, bro, ain't no better satisfaction.
Like,
you know
I
what I'm
definitely
saying?
understand it. I just, like, in terms of, like, how, because a lot of people watch anime to, like, escape from the reality of
That's
life,
a fair
and so
point.
they always want to see the things that are more flashy, more outgoing, all that sort of stuff. And just watching boxing, well, I'm never gonna say it was a bad fight. It was probably one of the best fights of the year. I just think Naruto versus Pain was better.
Had more to offer.
Yeah. And that's why I want D to change the vote to
Like,
Naruto versus Pain.
if I was to change my vote, it would literally only be because I watched Naruto for such a long time. It's literally the only thing that keeps it hanging. But if I was to go for fight-wise, like an actual fight, versus Naruto had all the stacks in his favor. He had the Sage Mode. He had clones.
Well, he really didn't.
He had, he did. He had
I mean,
Sage Mode.
he was also fighting 6 Pains.
Well, yeah, but Naruto fights with like 1,000 people, and he jumps for his whole life is jumping. So him getting jumped don't really kind of bother me too much. That's his whole entire shtick. And so it was really cool to see someone jump him. That was nice.
Yeah, that was sick.
Another
Getting the
thing,
6 pants of pain in there.
another thing with Pain though is like, at this point we really didn't know,
What
like,
he can do,
like
stuff
well,
like
not
that.
just that, but the most we knew about the Akatsuki was Pain was it. He was the goal.
Yeah, that is true.
This was what Naruto was facing the entire time. Sure, there was.
But he wasn't.
It wasn't. But at the same time, in everybody's mindset, like, this was the big battle.
Yeah.
He
This
was the
could have
mystery
been the
man.
end of the series, and I would have been okay with it.
Exactly.
That's a fair point.
He was
That's
the
a fair
mystery
point.
man. He was the guy that you didn't see
But-
clear
but
in the
the thing-
diagrams.
You didn't even know Nagato was coming.
Exactly.
That's true. That's true.
Because I was the only one that wondered who the fuck was this man who we also didn't see out of all the holograms when everyone was on the
Exactly.
That's a
fingers
fact.
Yeah.
chatting. I was all like, who the fuck is he?
Okay.
Where?
I
We
might
got
change my
Toby
answer.
over there. We got
And-
Sasha
and-
here.
The only reason why I'm thinking about changing my answer is the fact because Naruto met his dad.
Naruto did
And
beat
as
his
a
dad.
man-
And I'll change my answer just
And
because
as a
like,
man who
I'm not a boxer.
who knows what's left in his father.
So you're changing it to Naruto. Okay, so
As a
Naruto
man-
versus Pain win that round? That round?
Yes, it does.
And as a
Okay.
man who has had a father walk out on him, I understand.
I have also fought
that,
like,
that gut
competitively,
punch,
and
I-
like, it's so
right?
I
The
God.
adrenaline rush.
And you
Oh
could
my
you could
God.
feel it watching it. You could feel
Yes,
the adrenaline.
exactly.
And, oh.
Like, you could
But I
tell.
had to vote Naruto versus Pain. I just had
it's
to.
the dad factor.
Okay, we're going old school on this round. We have Rurouni Kenshin versus Saito and Spike versus Vicious. Who is the best 90s realistic anime fight?
I
I'm
like the
giving it to
Spike one.
Rurouni
The answer
Kenshin.
is Spike versus Vicious.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
Because
away.
like, for me, it's just I love that anime is just natural.
I'm not gonna lie. I was only gonna give it to Rurouni Kenshin because it was swordplay.
That's fine.
That's fair.
You can say that.
Yeah, you can definitely say that, and you are definitely entitled.
You can have that opinion.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But your wife.
You can be wrong.
opinion.
Your opinion is trash.
But like,
And-
I definitely like the Spike one a lot because it was just for me, it was just really nice. It wasn't like overly complex. The fights didn't have to be super like flashy or whatever. It was.
They
still
had a
really
really good
fight.
formula
Like,
to the anime, and that's why it worked.
yes, exactly, exactly,
It was simple and perfect in its simplicity.
exactly. It was definitely well played, very well played.
Okay. I
All
will
right.
concede to that.
I
one.
vote Spike versus Vicious.
So do I.
Same.
Same.
Spike versus Vicious sweeps the last round of the quarterfinals. Moving on to the semifinals, we have Gohan versus Cell and Rock Lee versus Gaara.
Ooh.
Okay, some juggernauts.
I
in the
would have
final
loved to
round.
see this fight in the finals.
Well, you might see a better Naruto fight in the finals.
Probably.
Okay,
Gohan versus Cell.
yeah, I'm gonna say that too.
100%.
I'm gonna say that too
1,000,000%.
because with
Delaware,
Lee,
Detroit smash.
with Lee, he
Gohan
was,
versus
he
Cell.
was kind of he was just a wild card. With Gohan, we've been
that
begging
had,
for
that
that
had
moment.
build up.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Gohan
Begging
in
for
that
that
moment
moment.
was the baddest
That is
motherfucker
true.
on television.
Exactly.
Because
We
you
were
had
begging
no
for that
idea
moment.
what they were going to go with Lee. He was just
Yeah.
tossed in there. Just
The only
And he
thing
still
that would have
lost.
made
Boom. And he
honestly
still has
the
ass.
only thing that would have made the Lee versus Gar fight better, in my opinion, if
Is
they
if Lee
would have
would've
pulled
won?
it out.
Yes, if
Not
Lee
if
would've
just if Lee would have pulled it out, but he would have pulled out another Lee trope that happened later in the series.
The Drunken Fist?
Got Drunken Fist in there. That
Fucking
would have literally
A, I
made
know,
it the
right?
best fight.
won. I don't know.
I
If
did
he,
it one time.
I feel like if he would have won, I would have liked it.
I feel like if Lee would have like opened one more gate and like just shattered Gaara into the concrete and just knocked him unconscious,
That would have been a better
that
fight.
would have been Just,
Punch Man him.
just that would have been it, and Lee would have been the GOAT of all years,
Exactly.
and that would have been the end of it.
Exactly.
But
Nah, Gohan versus Cell all the way.
I gotta vote for Gohan versus Cell.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Just the build up, the everything,
The
the
swag.
emotional.
It was almost-
The same saga
swag, the-
built this up with him attacking Raditz.
and
literally.
like the emotional build up. And you felt it.
Thinking of you, Goku.
Thinking of you. And the second round of the semifinals is Naruto versus Pain and Spike versus Vicious.
Naruto versus Pain. I'm sorry, I'm going back to the flashy anime.
Okay, so
Spike versus Vicious.
really?
Yeah.
I really thought you would have picked
You're
Naruto.
killing me
You wanna know
here,
why?
Smalls.
Why? Yeah, tell me why on that one.
Cowboy Bebop, I actually overall like more than Naruto in general. Naruto me is the
Okay.
shit, yeah. But Cowboy Bebop still holds place in my heart.
That's
From-
fair.
But let's break
From
down the
all
fight a little
day.
bit. Let's break down the fight a little bit.
Eh. Nah.
No? You refuse to break down the
I
fight?
refuse to break
Because
down
he
the
can't
fight.
remember half
I can't
the
remember,
fight.
but I don't. Yeah. I
But that's the
can't
thing.
fight,
You
but-
can't remember half the fight, but you can remember every single part of Pain's fight.
So I can remember
Which
any
means
part
it's
of
more
Ants fight.
memorable.
Yeah, it's still the fact that I know how good the fight was with Spike.
Well, so do I.
And
I'm
Spike,
still voting
no matter
Naruto
what,
versus
is
Pain.
lit. I personally still like Spike as a character more than Naruto himself. I don't care how.
I mean, that's
powerful
To be
Naruto
fair.
is.
This is not a comparison of protagonists.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is to be fair, you're right.
This is a comparison of
Of
fight
fights.
scenes.
But of your favorite protagonists in said fights and how they did, I'm still gonna say Spike.
Spike versus Vicious is your vote.
Yes.
Right? That's final?
That's
no
final.
take backsies.
No
Okay.
take-backs.
No take
Until he
backsies.
takes
Okay.
backsies when we tie.
No, I won't.
Nah.
I'm dead. Yeah, no, die hard.
Naruto versus Pain, all the way. I can't say it anymore.
Oh, it's so tough. I'm gonna say Naruto versus Pain because, like I said, when Minato first showed up,
Cody getting that
was
clip
lit.
already.
That was lit.
I'm going to say Spike versus Vicious.
Are you serious?
You.
Now we get into the actual hard debate.
Let's get it.
Why
Okay.
Spike versus Vicious is a better fight than Naruto versus Pain.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
I'll
gotta
go and
suck.
get my
Better
coin.
quality,
No.
for sure.
Better quality.
Yes, better quality.
Cowboy Bebop is god tier.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean, it is really good. I'm not gonna lie.
And it's not even just because it's an OG, but it's effect legit. It's
You reverse the
It's
O
just
and the
so
G
well-
to an
it's so
18,
well
and
written.
then you get lied.
It's so well written. I'm just gonna be real. The story of
And the
Piccolo
fight scene
Bebop-
was so well written.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said,
Everything
it
got,
was
there's no
simple
plot
but
holes.
perfect.
There's no
also no
stupid
cop out.
shonen.
Everyone, back to life.
Exactly.
No, everything in Cowboy Bebop had stakes.
Yeah, it was real.
That
It
was
was real.
Naruto.
Those were people.
The Rennie
There's
Rebirth.
no Dragon Balls. There's no rebirth. There's no.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
a
muffin.
hard unit.
That's
I'm
a
not
muffin
gonna lie.
button, bro.
That's like my boxing argument. It's real.
Yeah,
It's like,
there's no
shit.
there's no pile of arms after you're done fighting Kaguya that you can just have an arm. Here you go, have an arm.
Right?
Hashirama cells.
Yeah. If Spike died, Spike would die.
So I see how this is gonna go, and
Die.
Tyrese is gonna be changing his answer
No,
in
I'm
about
not.
2
I'm not
seconds.
changing my answer because my answer is based on how I feel towards the anime. Like towards watching Naruto, I felt connected to that man. You know
Exactly,
what I'm saying? And
Naruto was
Sasuke.
my life.
You know what I'm
But the
saying?
fact-
You know it was.
Not in the sense of because like I fanboy over the show and the fact of that I could tie some of my real life situations towards Naruto and
I
I
think
know how that fight kind of
There
built
there
up.
might
and-
have been more emotional parts of the Naruto versus Pain fight than of the Spike versus Vicious fight.
Yeah.
I'll give them that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
however-
But the cop out.
Yeah, I
There's
know.
no-
Like I said, I didn't like how it
It
ended.
ruined it.
It
Like,
really did.
I mean,
Come on,
okay.
that's legit like the Xeno button.
To be totally
Come
fair,
on.
are we counting the confrontation between
Naruto?
Naruto and Nagato
I think
as a part
so.
of the fight? Because
Yeah, it has to. A
honestly,
fight-
to me, the fight ends when Naruto throws the Rasengan, or throws himself using a Rasengan at the
Oh, no.
final path and digs him into the ground.
That's not when the fight ends because the fight is still a mental aspect. A
Yeah,
fight,
it's like a game of chess that keeps
Yeah,
going.
exactly.
Well, I felt like Naruto had already won it.
well, part of the
is what
chess
I'm
match
saying.
was finding Nagato. Like that, he doesn't end the.
You can wipe out all the other pieces, but if you don't know where the king is, you don't win that fight.
But he finds out where the king is and then just whips him.
Yeah.
Doesn't even whip him, just
Talk
talks
no
no jutsus
jutsu.
him.
Talk no jutsu. That's what wins Naruto that fight is talk no fucking jutsu.
Hey.
Exactly. A
Hey,
gun
The
wins
fighting
fights,
was
right?
the fighting was just the icing on the cake, but the real the real ingredient was talk no jutsu.
It was.
Because the thing is the
plot
fighting
armor,
did so much, but the
protagonist
talk
juice,
actually
and,
caused
talk
Nagato
no
to
jutsu.
use the
Exactly.
Endo Tensai.
But like even still
Yeah.
with that though, the fight held a lot of weight.
So
That was a really weight because that's what
There was a lot of weight.
Naruto finally
There was a lot of
fulfilled.
weight in those animals he was throwing.
Naruto finally became a hero. Like
He finally became respected.
exactly.
Yes.
That was
know
the
what
end
I'm
of his arc.
This was
Exactly.
Naruto becoming the hero of the village. Everybody started looking
Yeah,
up
that was
to him.
his
everything
goal
after
from the
this.
beginning. His goal was to become Hokage, but that was
Yes.
because he wanted to be respected.
Yeah.
He wanted to be accepted by the village, and he
with
finally
that
got
fight,
there.
It happened.
Exactly.
And so it's like it kind of was a nice little
Okay,
bling on the
I'm
prize.
gonna ease this tension. I will officially change my vote to Naruto versus Pain. They're both amazing fights.
Of course.
We gave Spike versus Vicious its due.
As I will give Cody mad props on this bracket because this was
Yeah, it's
literally
like a
like the
bracket.
best bracket he's ever come up with. There were no throwaways
And
this entire time.
the finals:
Finals.
Gohan versus Cell and Naruto versus Pain. Which is the best anime fight of all
Oh
time?
man.
Gohan versus Cell.
I think
Gohan
this
versus
is gonna
Cell.
be a bit of an easy one.
Gohan versus
Gohan
Cell.
versus Cell.
Gohan versus Cell. You have evolution,
Uh,
the purest of evolution.
like,
yeah, you get Sage
We don't
Mode,
talk about evolution. That movie was terrible.
That's retcon.
but
boy.
I mean, it's just bad as copy Vegeta, but we don't talk about that anymore either.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
horrible too.
But
Do we need to talk about the filler arcs in Naruto? We're not comparing shows here.
Okay,
We're comparing fight scenes.
I would say what holds up with that fight is the same thing that holds up in Dragon Ball Z. Was literally the story, the climb. That's kind of what is.
I think Akira Toriyama is a better story writer than
Yes.
Masashi Kishimoto.
than Kishimoto.
Yeah. Honestly, like I love Naruto to death, but there's something with the Gohan versus Cell fight. I think it's how they built it up from the beginning that just kind of stays with you.
So it's kind of
Like, cause Naruto, well, they kind of did that, but Naruto
When
kind
did,
of.
you know when did the Gohan versus Cell fight first air on television? Do you know that?
Nope.
I
Honestly.
believe it was 1991.
Yeah.
That was insane. Wait, I didn't think it came out till in
Nope,
anime
Dragon
form
Ball
till
aired,
'95.
No, I'm fairly
Dragon
sure.
Ball
Maybe
ended
I believe
in
it came
95,
out in
no.
America in
Dragon Ball Z
'95.
ended in 95.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the first time it aired would have been just Japan only, but yeah,
Yeah.
you're probably right.
I keep forgetting
But the
that
thing
Dragon
is,
Ball
like,
Z came
is
out
like-
before we were born.
Oh yeah, no,
With
it's a
Naruto
30-something-year-old
I
anime.
keep forgetting
Hell
that.
yeah.
When Naruto versus Pain came along, like they threw like a curveball at us because they took Naruto and they were like, "Hey, you want to make Naruto like stronger in some way that nobody's ever heard of? Let's go stage mode."
I agree with you because the way the fight escalated was definitely out of left field for Naruto's standpoints.
Exactly.
It was, but with Dragon Ball Z, you kind of knew what was. You knew they was gonna fight. You knew it was gonna square
You
up.
knew
training
Gohan was
and all
gonna be
that.
the GOAT.
Yeah,
Is the thing.
because he built it that way. But with Goku, even though technically it's the same fight, I'm just gonna be real with you. It's the same fight. You know, a really smooth protagonist with a lot of power destroys a lot of what you love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have a huge climb to beat him. I understand the similar
The
fights.
Super Saiyan 2 transformation
First came
happened
out.
on May 12th, 1993.
Okay. Yeah.
And in America it aired on December 13th, 2000.
Mm.
That was 18 years ago, or almost 18 years ago.
yeah.
That show
And it
that
still
that
sticks
episode
with
is
you.
almost a grown ass adult,
Mm-hmm.
and it is still sticking with us. The sticking power of that
Mm-hmm.
bite,
You're right.
it stays
I'm not
with
gonna lie,
you.
you're
right.
It has impact, and you
Yeah.
feel it.
Honestly, if you look at every single like transformation
Whereas like
scene
Naruto
in
versus
any
Pain, when
anime,
did that come out?
I don't know.
2 years ago.
Like high school?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
So like what, like 20,
honestly,
Like
I'll be
five to
honest.
7 years ago.
I
2010.
have more of a memory
2010?
of reading the manga fight than actually the anime, and that kind of says something to it.
What?
Because if I have more of a memory of just reading the manga version of the fight than actually watching it, like
you guys
as you
talk about
said,
manga versions of fight. Have you guys read the Cell fight? Because my god,
I actually
Akira
haven't.
Toriyama is such a good mangaka.
I mean, just the sticking power, as you
Yeah,
said,
no,
it's
it-
way too good. I
It's-
don't think you can look at
It was
any
supposed
other,
to be
like,
the end of the series.
You can't look at any other transformation.
Naruto versus Pain could have been the end of the series.
But they
This
didn't.
was supposed to be the end of the series, and then too much money, and they actually both had a similar end after this
Yeah.
fight, because they both went into Plot Holeville with the Fourth Great Ninja War and the Buu Saga.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But the big thing is like, if you look at like all the transformations out of like any anime, the most iconic one is Goku's Super Saiyan transformation, and right after Gohan's Super Saiyan 2
transformation.
Yeah,
You
that's
can't
a
beat
fact.
those transformations.
But again, Naruto's Sage Mode is just as iconic as Goku's Super Saiyan.
Not really. Because,
Yeah, it is.
No, because the
Yeah.
thing is like Gohan's and like Goku's, it took build up. It took a lot of stuff to come to that. Naruto's was just like one like say like a training montage, and then he warps in and he's like, I'm Sage Mode now.
Honestly,
Yeah, no,
the
it
most
is- it just
To be fair, it was more or less what he could do with it than the
it
acquiring.
wasn't alluded to.
for me,
as
the most
well.
iconic
That's what I'm
Naruto
saying.
form is his QB mode, his chakra.
Yeah.
control
QB chakra cloak?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the one
pretty
tail
much.
was the iconic Naruto
So then,
transformation.
would
Like,
you
Sage
say-
mode is lit.
So would you say that kind of factor would be when he turned 10 tails and not because remember the whole entire time.
10 tails.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. The time when he turned into his tail beast like red form because when you think about it,
Yes,
he hasn't
that's
did
what I
that
mean.
since the beginning of Shippuden, and
Honestly-
he been sworn not to. And the fact that he got pushed to the point to where he had to again and was still getting mopped on, bro.
Yeah, but
That's
Gohan
cold.
didn't get mopped on.
Yeah, Gohan didn't get mopped on. That's the thing. Gohan just gave Cell
I ain't
the
gonna lie, you
hands
just
right
killed my whole
after.
argument. He just killed my whole argument, yo. He said he didn't get mopped on though.
Gohan just straight gave the
Gohan,
hands.
in the hyperbolic time chamber, in the course of 1 year, mastered Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan's grade 1 through 4, which is Ascended Super
Yeah,
Saiyan, which is the same
that's
thing
a
Goku used
fact.
against Cell in their fight, and
That's a
then
fact.
proceeded it and showed signs of Super Saiyan 2 so well that Goku knew that his son was stronger than him,
Oh,
and
that's
knew
a
that
good
he
argument.
had
Yeah. I ain't gonna
everything
lie.
it took to kill Cell.
I honestly wish that
Bro.
Goku would have stayed alive after that because I would have loved
And been a
Goku
father
just
for
to
his
look.
for Goten?
No, I just would have
Bro,
loved
he
for Goku
played
to look
with
at
Cell.
anybody and be like, I told you motherfuckers Gohan will win.
And also, I
For real.
rely on Dragon Ball Z when Piccolo was all like, "How would you put your son in this situation?" Blah blah. We all like started to lose hope for Gohan. 'Cause
Yeah,
we're
like, how dare you
even-
put Piccolo's
even-
son in that situation?
Even exactly, I was like, even his dad was like, "Bro, you just tripping." He kind of
Thinking
told
of you,
Goku off,
Goku.
and then he just went into Super Saiyan 2. And Goku was all like, "I told you so, my nigga. You my real son."
Exactly.
You know.
That's my boy.
Okay, so
Gohan
final
versus
votes.
Cell.
Goku versus Cell.
Goku versus Cell. What
I
you
don't
been
think
watching?
that's a fight.
Yes,
I mean, it was a fight, but it wasn't as good.
Nah, it wasn't.
Gohan
versus Cell all the way.
I'm so conflicted because
Well, we got 3 votes for Gohan versus Cell.
So the question is,
But
do
you
you
must-
want him
you
to
must
sweep
vote.
or do you want like a non-sweep?
Nope, you must choose what your heart desires.
Man, I go with.
There's no cop-outs.
I go with Gohan.
On Your Waifu Is Trash. And with a full sweep, was that a full sweep through the entire?
Yeah.
it was.
Was it?
Yeah.
No. We
No.
had.
I had a vote with. I think we voted one for Rock Lee versus Gaara. I think.
I did.
Well,
Yeah.
no, we're talking about.
No,
we're talking
wait,
about
no,
for
that was a
Gohan.
sweep, wasn't it?
Was Gohan ever really competed against anything, really?
No.
Not really. Like we
No.
kind of knew from the beginning.
Well,
Kinda.
that puts Gohan versus Cell as the greatest anime fight scene in the history of anime. This has been Your Waifu Is Trash. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button down below, and leave a comment. What's your favorite anime fight scene? Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you later.